Oh, hello, puny mortal. I have seen you have stumbled across my zone. I am the great Shogun Kitty San Michael San Kun Chantama. And welcome to Anime Abroad. Beyond, your favorite anime may become less better and more like shit. You have been warned about the spoilers. And welcome to the Anime Zone!
I hate Samurai Kitty. He's my least favorite thing.
No, you fucking love Samurai Kitty. Don't you lie.
I do love Samurai Kitty. He's pretty good.
That's it. This episode is officially sponsored by Face Ring.
That's
We'll go
$10 I
silent at
didn't
least
spend.
anyway. Alright, so this is TheAniMate, a little bit more casual. I'm joined by Tim.
Hello.
Or Samurai Kitty.
Oh,
He doesn't even need alcohol.
I'm joined by Valk.
Yeah, right here.
And Iru.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hero
Judge, you might be able to have guessed from the intro I've put to this podcast, but we just discovered Face Rig on Skype, and we all lost our shit, and our lungs are all still hurting right now. My lungs hurting so much I feel like I need a cigarette right now. I don't know. Okay, question of the week this week. What is your favorite Britney Spears song?
Is it bad that I could actually kind of answer that?
Yeah, me too.
I've got one. Go on, Iru, you go first then.
I can't say like I know a lot of her music, but the one that I really enjoyed though was Toxic. That shit was
That's the first
that's
one I
mine.
thought of. I'm
That's
gonna
mine.
go look
That's
up for
mine.
songs.
Ditto.
Oh wait, Baby One More Time was by her.
Oh, hit me baby one more time.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I did prefer the Children of Bodom cover though. Oh wait, no, actually no, that was I think I did it again. I think I did it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Alright, well that was a short-lived question. I'll try and find another one. Toxic by Britney Spears, the official Anime Abroad Britney Spears.
Video Samurai Kitty singing it when?
Is the video on?
Alright, so our next question of the week, because that one was so quick, what is your favourite alcoholic and non-alcoholic drink? I'm going to start with you, Cassie.
Alcoholic, I'd probably say Scotch. Non-alcoholic would be tea.
Alright. Tim?
Non-alcoholic would probably be Coca-Cola. Full fat stuff, none of that diet shite.
I agree with none of that diet choice as well. It's none of that.
And probably alcoholic would be a toss-up between Snakebite or a...
What is that?
It's half lager, half cider. And then there's a drink that my friend made up when he tried to make a steamboat, which he's called a Byzantine. And it's blackcurrant cordial, Southern Comfort, Coke, and a shot of Navy rum.
Ooh, that sounds lovely. I could go for that. I could go for that.
Do you know where the Swan is in town?
Yeah, the metal pub.
Yeah, go in there and ask for Richard and ask him to make you a Byzantine.
I will do. I mean, if I've got my checkbook handy, I will definitely, because that place is really expensive to go to.
No, the Byzantine's
I
only
mean,
about
for
£4.
what you're paying for, only £4. Okay. I don't like I buy Strongbow when I go to town, and I don't expect to pay more than like $2.70 maybe. All right, so for me, I'm gonna go for non-alcoholic drink. I would say Pepsi, definitely Pepsi. Pepsi's very nice.
Ugh.
And for my okay.
I am firmly on the Coke side of that debate.
I don't really drink pop, but Pepsi is better.
You people make me sick.
Wait, sorry. Kitty is most displeased.
Alright, so my favorite alcoholic drink, I'm probably going to go for either... I've got three that I like equally, so I'm going to say either Recorder Lake Cider, a Steamboat, or a Bacardi and Pepsi.
So tie.
Okay.
Pepsi.
So Ty, what about your drinks?
For non-alcoholic, I'd have to say probably like unsweetened iced tea or sweet tea.
Oh yeah, America.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
But for alcoholic, I just recently discovered cider thanks to
Yes,
Sure over
man.
there. So I'd have to say
Quick
right
cider
now,
for the working man.
the Strongbow cider that I like.
Are we all drinking Strongbow right now? Other than
I actually bought this like 12-pack of this local stuff called Angry Orchard. I think it's local. Let me take a look at the bottle now. But they had a 12-pack variety pack, so right now this is.
Oh, we have that here.
The Angry Orchard stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is fucking apple ginger cider right now.
I got a friend who drinks it. I haven't actually tried it myself.
I've had the ginger recorder like before, which is apple cider mixed with ginger, so that's pretty nice. I quite like that one. Interesting and weird. Never had it before.
Cincinnati, Ohio. Okay. Why did I think this was local? I don't know.
Ohio's pretty close to Chicago, isn't it? I don't know.
Close enough.
Close enough.
Oh, so how about that anime?
So how about that anime? I don't mind anime. So, Tim, if you'd like to stop pulling faces with Samurai Kitty,
I have discovered the Tongaro feature!
So, Tim, you've been to Alcon, is it you've been to?
Yeah, that's right.
Where was that? What was that like? What did you buy? What did you do while you were there? What was it like overall?
Okay, Alcon is in Leicester. It's in the De Montfort University because it's cheap as hell. What I bought, I actually got quite a good anime haul. I got quite a few Blu-rays for fairly cheap. I got the entire of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Nice.
On Blu-ray?
On Blu-ray for £60.
That's very good. Was it like, what, 60 odd episodes is that? Or?
63.
Ah, very nice. That's very reasonably priced. That's very, very reasonably well priced. Sad is getting to me. Carry on.
For £30, I got season 1 and 2 of Horizon on the Middle of Nowhere on Blu-ray again.
Nice. I like that show.
Then, what else did I get? You just sort of scurry over to the pile and find out. Oh, I got High School DxD on Blu-ray as well.
What? Dave's over here like, I'm never going to watch any of these shows.
I've heard they're very, very heavily laden with fan service, those two previous shows you just mentioned.
Oh, yes.
let's say there's a censored and uncensored of DxD.
There's the first few episodes of the season 2 of Horizon. The main character spends most of it naked.
That was half the first season 2.
Yeah,
he just wound up fucking naked for whatever reason.
Yeah, he just turns up on the enemy ship as the enemy commander's about to press the fire button, and he gets his cock in the way. And she does the usual, what the kind of thing. And then on DVD, I got the whole of Needless.
Never heard of it.
It's an oldish one. It's sort of World War III happens. Big, massive bomb goes off in Tokyo and several other places. A couple of years later, people start appearing in these craters, and they have weird, freaky, shit, manic superpowers. Being able to...
Of course the bomb would drop in Tokyo. Of course it would.
No, that's the epicenter where they focus on, but there are other ones around the globe.
Right.
No country's admitted to setting off the bomb, so nobody knows who the fuck set it off.
I don't want to blame Zimbabwe, but it sounds like it was Zimbabwe to me.
And then Kirsty managed to get...
I pick Zimbabwe. Places in the world, I pick Zimbabwe. What?
Kirsty managed to pick up Wolf's
Children. It's one of those things you look back on and rant about while you're like making.
Yeah, when I'm editing it and I'm like midway through it, and I'm like, why did I say that? I'm a fucking idiot. But anyway, carry on.
Kirsty managed to pick up Wolf's Children as well.
I've heard of that one. I was told to watch it.
Leok actually done a small review on that on the second episode of Reanimate, and it sounds pretty good. Apart from the bestiality, but it sounds pretty good.
Think of it not as bestiality.
I heard there was bestiality in there.
Well, by the reading of the blurb on the back, she has sex with some sort of wolf demon, and the kids can.
She has sex with a wolf demon.
Oh, hello, Kirsty. Hello.
Speaking of wolf demons.
I heard from that show, like, these two people have sex of some kind, and, like, this guy can transform back and forth from a human into a wolf, and he has sex with the girl while he's in his wolf form. And I thought that... I could be wrong. I could very, very well be wrong.
It's something along those lines, and the little kids can freely transform between wolves and humans, and shit hits the fan.
Yeah, I've heard it gets really sad.
Could you give me a 3 hours on that one? Because I am interested in watching it.
I haven't actually watched it yet.
Oh. Can Kirsty give me a 3 hours on it?
She hasn't watched it yet either. We're slowly making our way through Brotherhood, and we've watched DxD, we've watched Needless, and we're slowly making our way through Brotherhood.
So I've got to go to Google to see if that's any good then.
Yeah.
Thanks. God damn it.
As far as the convention itself went, though, the convention itself has been getting worse and worse over the years, but the company makes it even better. Like every year we go, we drink with the Scandinavians, get steadily more and more pissed as the weekend goes on, get hilarious quotes from playing D&D. basically, we broke our DM by looking. Well, he's like the plot's off this way, and we went, okay, we're gonna go the opposite way entirely. Then kill an entire town.
Why did they kill an entire town?
We just we quite literally found this manor, found that the owner was a smuggler, got his staff to kill each other, kept the survivor, took him to a bar, threw in money with a club, and said last man standing wins. Turns out this little 60-year-old halfling rogue managed to make it out alive. So then my character was like, well, sod it, there's rotten bodies in there, may as well burn the place to the ground.
You are the worst type of player.
I know, I am a DM myself, so as soon as we started...
So how immediately did all of your alignments get switched?
None, actually, we actually stuck pretty close to them.
Oh, so you were all chaotic evil?
No, I was chaotic neutral.
Oh, okay, you can justify everything with that.
Mine's just quite literally, I feel like blowing something up today. Oh, an orphanage.
I don't know if that's very neutral.
Well, I take chaotic neutral as long as the ends justify the means, and the end is whatever the fuck I'm feeling at the minute. Let's get out the peanut butter and the chickens.
So, on that note of D&D, and to bring it back to a slightly anime-related note, Cassie, what was that D&D thing with Aldnoah Zero that you've come across?
Oh, man. That was so fucking funny. I really wish... Oh, how far up is it?
If you can find it, I want you to read it out because I pissed myself off.
I will read it out because that... okay, if I make it so it's like the last 7 days, it'll probably load and I can just type... Okay, so Aldnoah Zero is actually a shitty Pathfinder campaign. DM finally manages to get Inaho and Slain together after dealing with Slain's special snowflake background. Inaho has a -2 charisma modifier because he dumped it for combat abilities. They can't communicate because Inaho keeps failing diplomacy rolls and Slain keeps failing sense motive rolls. Slain shoots Inaho's mech because it's what my character would do. Inaho retaliates and crits. DM gets fed up and spends a whole session forcing Slain into his magical realm at the hands of the DMPC, Crutio. Slain doesn't show up the next week, so the DM just makes his character eat dinner with Sazbomb. Rhea gets bored with Inaho steamrolling combat encounters and kills Hume because it's what my character would do. And this is my favorite line. Marito has a 15-page backstory that no one gives a shit about. Oh wait, there's one more. Oh, and the DM's plot keeps getting derailed by people making shitty rolls at the worst possible moments.
You know what? I actually think I was up to the Inaho crits against Slain. That's where I was up to in the story, and I've pretty much figured out what the fuck is gonna happen.
That part's where I went, oh, Slain didn't show up that week, so I just wrote him into a subplot where he's having dinner with Sazbomb. I remember reading that for the first time. I just completely lost my shit. It was brilliant. Yeah. I just want to go back to what you were saying about the con then. You say the con's been getting worse year over year. Like, how many years have you been going and how has it been getting worse?
Well, we've been going since 2011. Basically, it's the same panels over and over again. Guests are the same year in and year out.
But I mean, what are the guests like? What kind of panels have you got going on there?
There's usually a couple of cosplay guests, so Parlay is normally there. There's usually one actual voice actor guest and then all of the friggin' abridges. So you have, it's quite literally, you have X the Dark One, Shady Box, Purple Eyes, LK, Masco X.
Little Karibo?
Yeah.
Little Karibo.
Extremely funny and nice guy, but it's sort of, after like 3 years you go, oh, it's these guys again. Insert gay Bakura joke, insert gay Merrick joke. I'm going to go pour a beer in your Xbox 360. That's a red ring of death waiting to happen. I've had that song stuck in my head for fucking weeks.
I would love to go to one of these panels just so I could shout random quotes at him. And I would also love him to act out I think it was the latest episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged, where it was Marek versus Yugi. And they had something going on saying, I will send you to the Shadow Realms, more like the Purple Realm. Silence! And I remember watching that for the first time and lost my shit. If he could live act that for me.
The best one for me was 2 years ago. Somebody gave him a copy of 50 Shades of Grey and got him to read it out. No. First of all, in Bakura with Tristan. So Bakura was the submissive.
I don't know what's going on right here, but I really want some French fried potatoes.
No. I think apparently it's on YouTube, but I'm not. I can't be bothered looking for the link. Tristan was.
Oh, believe me, I'll go and find it.
Tristan was the dominant one. So like Bakura's like, I didn't watch you with a riding crop. He then switched it to Jack Atlas and Yusei. So you just suddenly get, Yusei, are you on your period? Which the entire crowd just broke out laughing. I'd been stuck in that room for like 2 hours.
I am the most easily pleased person when it comes to comedy. I think I could watch that for 3 years on the bounce and not get bored of it. I really do. Oh, wow. I'm gonna go with you guys next year if you guys are going again.
We should be. Are we going next year? Alcon? Yeah, we should be going to KitaCon and Alcon next year, which are going to be close together. But oh, that's a thing. Preston are having their own comic book convention next month.
Shut up! Really?
The guy, Barristan Selmy from Game of Thrones is going. The guy who created Judge Dredd is going.
Before you carry on, what date is this?
25th of October.
25th. Oh, sorry, I meant next year. It's not next year.
Alcon will be the first weekend in September, probably. I'll get the date up now. It's probably going to be the 4th to the 7th.
Because there was an idea floating about a couple of weeks ago that maybe the Anime Abroad, well, some of the Anime Abroad podcast crew might be coming to England, or some of us might be going over to America. So I'm thinking if we can try and fit it around a convention, that'd be pretty cool.
Alcon are probably the ones to do it in because it's a student accommodation, student bar, cheap booze, get pissed really fucking quickly.
Here's the important question for Valk, though. How cheap is the Strongbow?
Oh, fuck, here?
Extremely fucking cheap.
How much is it?
Oh, yeah.
It's like a tenner for a pack of 16. So £10.
See, Valk, I wasn't lying. I wasn't lying when I said you could get a 20-pack of Strongbow for 15 quid.
Usually the Tesco down the road has ridiculous offers on, but then there's like specific alcohol shop that stocks up every weekend knowing that the convention's happening. Like, you can get Jammy Dodger.
I bet that guy made a fortune.
Yeah, you can get Jaffa Cake flavoured schnapps.
I don't know if I'd like that or not. That sounds really weird. Jaffa Cake flavoured schnapps. That's so weird. Who came up with that idea?
Oh, yeah, we had a good time cosplaying. All I can say, though, is Attack on Titan. Change the word Titan to actually tightening belts, and that pretty much describes your first 2 hours of being in a costume.
I was going to say you do a lot of cosplay and you've got a Facebook page, so if you want to drop an advertisement for that now, go for it.
What do you mean shamelessly drop Raver? Was it Squishy Raver?
Yeah.
Yeah, Squishy Raver and cosplay.
Fucking shameless advertisement, go for it.
I'll get the link and drop it into the Skype chat so then you can put on the thing.
I thought your cosplay, I seen the pictures, I thought your cosplay was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I want to see it now.
There is one picture, I don't think it's appeared on Facebook yet, but the girl who was photographing for us, I went, oh my god, look at it, I've got a bulge, and she zoomed in and took a picture of my bulge.
I want to see that now.
Yes, I want my bulge on the Facebook page.
Okay.
That should be the background photo
your
for this
Attack on
entire
Titan
episode.
cosplay was absolutely fantastic. So well done for the Attack on Titan cosplay. What's the cosplaying scene like there? I mean, like how much variation do you see, or is it all like Attack on Titan and Kill la Kill?
No, do you know what? Actually, I saw very little Kill la Kill. Surprisingly enough, there was a massive Naruto comeback this weekend. Last weekend. I saw a bit of League, a bit of Bleach. Yeah, to be honest with you, you usually see a bit of variety in everything. Like sometimes ranging from the extremely old to like the brand spankingly new. I didn't see many ones from this season. Usually see like the classic ones of Vampire Knights. One Piece was quite big actually. That's about it really. There are ones like the KitaCon we went to earlier on in the year though. I actually saw some Tenchi Muyo ones.
A lot of people
That was pretty old, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like early 90s. Oh yeah, there was a lot of free as well. And Kuroko.
That's a good one for you then, Volk. You mentioned then about voice actors, and they seem to get the same panel in. But who is actually involved? What kind of voice actors do they get at these kind of panels?
It's always the English dub ones. Kyle Herbert came a couple of times. The guy that did the Next Time on Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, that guy!
Wow.
That guy's awesome.
You would not believe the amount of voices he does. Like that's how you think he'd normally talk. But he actually did Teenage Gohan as well, and his voice is actually really high pitched and squeaky.
I thought they got a girl to do the voice actor for Gohan.
Not older teenage one like Saiyan Man Gohan.
Oh,
when he gets with Vidal.
Teen Gohan.
But
right.
if anyone plays League of Legends, he actually voices Ezreal.
Really? He does a lot of voices then, because Ezreal, Jarvan, and Graves, I think, all share the same voice actor.
I've noticed KitaCon's been shying away more from anime voice actors and more towards video game ones, because the last couple of years they've had Ellen McLean and her husband who do quite a lot of voices for Valve.
I've heard that name before.
Gladys.
Who've they played?
She does Gladys in Portal.
Portal.
You don't know Gladys?
I've not played that.
Oh.
Do you know the cake is?
I've never played Portal before.
Her husband does the voice for the sniper in Team Fortress 2.
I have seen some TF2 videos on YouTube, but I've never played it before.
You do get quite a lot of, as we call it, weeaboodesses.
Weeaboodesses?
Yeah.
I've not heard that before.
It's basically people who act so much like they want to be Japanese, it hurts.
I think I'm going to regret asking this question, but examples, please?
Do you know the way you normally get some girls who are just like, oh my god, that's like basically forcing Japanese language into their everyday speak?
I've not come across these people, but I've heard of them.
There's a couple I know, but I don't want to mention them by name. But like one of them will answer their phone to their brother and go, "Oh, hi, Ni-chan."
That's pretty big giveaway.
I've met people like that.
That's horrible.
Like a very specific.
I know if she's watching, she'd know, but she knows by now that I don't like her very much.
Maybe that's why she only approached me to have a chat when you left.
Anyway. Sorry, that's my bitchy side coming out.
So we've just insulted one of our listeners.
No, I haven't introduced her to it.
I was going to say, we could all give a shit for it if you want.
Nah, that's fine. I give her enough shit as it is. Samurai Kitty is a bitch when he wants to be.
Let's say Samurai Kitty's back.
We're kind of coming to a close right now on summer 2014. I think we've kind of got maybe 1 or 2 episodes left, and Zankyou no Terror being an exception here. We've only got 1 or 2 episodes left of every series that's coming out right now. So I wanted to kind of discuss, we're going to have an award ceremony.
Oh, yeah.
And would you please turn that off? You gotta look away from the screen. Alright, so start that again. Summer 2014 is now coming to a close. We were gonna have some kind of a award ceremony, giving out awards for different categories and stuff like that.
Categories, you say?
Categories, yeah. So, for example, best show of the season, worst show of the season, biggest disappointment, best OST, best ED, best OP, worst character, best girl, stupid questions like that. So I wanted to kind of get a mini discussion going on that one. I've got the Stone guys back.
Hey, man. Hey, you got some weed. I suck your dick.
All right, so
yeah.
As it stands right now, obviously every show hasn't finished right now, but I kind of want to get a gauge on where our awards might be what awards will be going to what shows. So, what do you guys think has been the best anime of summer 2014?
Akame could kill, hands down.
Okay, go on, Tim. Then you kick into that. Then reasons why?
It makes you cry one episode, and then by the beginning of the next one, you are pissing yourself laughing. It gives you such a broad range of emotions, and it's got one of the best gay characters known to man. He is so manly, it hurts.
He is hilarious.
I thought you said gay.
Yeah, he is gay. He's actually.
Oh, okay. So how does
he's gay for the main character?
How does he compare to Leron from Gurren Lagann?
See, Leron is just your typically camp gay. He is overly buff. You don't realize he's gay until one of the characters goes, "Yeah, he's actually gay for you," and the main character just thought he was joking, and he's like, "Ugh!" wait! I am sticking the video on because that was hilarious. He's just like.
Yeah.
Have you been watching yourself in face rig the entire time?
Maybe.
That's a really good idea.
And by the way, a link for this thing for you to use on Skype will definitely be in the description below. So, Valk, what do you think has been anime of the season for you so far? Obviously, last episode pending. But...
I really, really want to see the last episode of Zankyou no Terror before I decide. Because it might redeem itself. And yeah, I'm 3 episodes behind on Tokyo Ghoul now because I'm kind of just waiting for it to end.
Yeah, I've been keeping up on Tokyo Ghoul, and it's not really...
Yeah.
The last episode got a little bit exciting, but it's got 1 episode to wrap up in, and I've got the feeling so many questions are going to be left unanswered, and there's going to be a gaping hole left for season 2.
Yeah, didn't the manga end and shit too? So
the manga did end on a cliffhanger as well, from what I've read, and that's made a lot of people upset. So... been a lot of rage over that one. Iru, what would you say has been anime of the season then?
I'm kind of torn on this one. I almost want to say Persona 4 on my personal scale, but I realize that you really have to have known what's going on in the previous show to understand why they're moving so quickly and everything's so vague in Persona 4 Golden. Overall, I'd have to say I don't know. Aldnoah took me by surprise, so I'd have to almost go with that one.
I'm pretty sure that's Dave's pick.
Yeah.
Well, leaving that aside for now, did you actually get over the character design in that one, with the fish head eyes and stuff like that? Did you manage to see through that?
I suppose. I mean, for some reason, it just really struck me right away, and then I haven't watched it for a while, and I blew through the episodes, so maybe I was just more focused on... Well, I was sitting there watching it because I'd seen Persona 4, and I'm sitting there watching Persona 4 Golden, which the first 6 or 7 episodes were kind of just a recap of the first show, but it was an alternate story. I mean, it follows the game story. It's really Persona 4 Golden, the animation, because there was a Persona 4 Golden game. Once the story finally kind of caught up and it started deviating from what I knew, it started getting more interesting. So I started looking less at the fish eyes. I was like, oh, wait, there's actually something for me to focus on besides this fucking...
I do have one say, though.
Fucking 6 landing strips between them.
I do have one thing to say about Persona 4. It's just Dominatrix Banana Head. If anybody's read that comic or watched the animated thing online, will know exactly what I'm on about. Oh,
I don't know what you're on about, but the fact that you've got Samurai Kitty up, it makes it 10 times better.
Somebody's taken drawn this whole Persona 4 comic to explain the whole storyline, and every time one of their personas appear, I think, who is it? It's what's her name? The one that's like Triad of the Dragon. when hers appears, it's like Dominatrix Banana Head, and then there's a bit right to the very end when like the uncle's asking the player how he likes his coffee. When he asks if milk and sugar, he goes, "Oh, okay, Nanako," and Nanako just appears and goes, "Daddy, I want it black."
The way you said that then makes me think I might not watch the show, but I sincerely hope it gets dubbed and it sounds like that. That'd be pretty fucking good. So on my anime of the season, I'm going to go for Aldnoah Zero. I think between the action and the soundtrack and the fact that the characters seem a little bit more human now, I think it would have to take a horrendous nosedive in the last episode to make it not be anime of the season for me. I know it's been slated for another 12 episodes. I'm not sure if it's going to continue right after these 12 episodes or in another season sometime in the future, but Aldnoah Zero has been above and beyond everything else. I mean, like, to make me feel as excited as I have been, like I'm a 12-year-old kid. No other show's ever done that before. Like, not even Titans got me this excited, so definitely Aldnoah Zero for me.
You know, I will say I was rather surprised by it. Like, I had seen the description, I read it a couple times. Hey, this sounds kind of cool. There's a mech show, you know, I'm pretty cool with mech shows, I like, or whatever. And it had a much deeper story than I was expecting. I watched that, and then all of a sudden it's like delving into politics and in between these supposed Martian superior race, sort of.
I think what I liked about it so much... I'm sorry, I'll let you carry on.
No, it's just interesting to see how they feel these inferior Earthlings are gifted with the planet, but in reality, they're all still essentially the same race.
Yeah. And then one side decided it was going to be superior just because they had this one specific superpower, and that works in ways that have not been described or explained whatsoever.
Right.
But that does need to be explained. And if it really is getting another 12 episodes, how the Aldnoah drive works needs to be explained. They can't just palm it off and say, oh, well, it's some mysterious power we found on the moon, and that's fine by us, we'll just use it.
I
want to know exactly how it works.
There's one anime rule that'll explain everything. Okay. Deus Ex Machina. You may try to argue it, but you know I am speaking the truth.
No, they definitely are. I
think it pretty much explains how the main character's been managing to kill everyone since episode 1.
Aldnoah Zero, I kind of went into it expecting nothing, and so it's pretty...
How do we see him? Oh, there must be some sort of chink in his magical armor that's destroying everything. Let's distract him and get him in the water! Oh,
that's exactly why I actually hated him for so long. I thought he was such a terrible fucking character, and now he's like my second favorite character.
I loved him just so much because he perfectly... Inoho just picks the worst suit possible and still manages to kick fucking ass. I think that's why I've started to like it a bit more than Gundam, because obviously anybody who's talked to me for more than 5 minutes knows I am a massive Gundam file.
So Gundam does compare to Aldnoah in some way. I've never seen Gundam before, so I wouldn't know.
It's more or less the same story, except Inoho isn't in an all-powerful god suit.
I remember Gundam 00. That's the only one I've seen.
Oh, 00 Gundam is my favorite.
That was a really good one. So
if you wanna watch one that'll sort of set you up to sort of know the basic plot line of every Gundam, Seed is the best one to watch.
I've spoken to people about Gundam before, and I've been told when it comes to Gundam, you can jump into any Gundam series. And
you more or less. You more or less can. But I mean, Seed is essentially, when they released Seed, it was a retelling of the original series. Like the original, I think it's 1978, 1979-ish series. Like the original Mobile Suit Gundam, the one where they're all mad. Like if you ever heard of the anime term Bright Slap, that's where it comes from. Basically, one of them, captain of the ship that they're all on, every time someone's being a little bit unruly, and his name's Bright Noah, he'll quite literally slap them, and it's not just a light slap. I mean, he open palm bitch slaps them across the face. And in several occasions, it's in zero gravity as well. So they just sort of fly back casually, just... Yeah, it's quite literally it's like, what you say? Only me.
So, coming from best anime of the season, what do we think is the worst anime of the season so far?
I don't think I've seen anything. Oh, fuck. Totally terrible.
I'm going to look on Crunchyroll now just to see what I have actually fucking watched.
Well, for me, it's quite an easy one. I'd probably say Haru Ride.
I can't imagine why.
That character, Yuri, I wish she would die. I don't care how. I want her dead. Machete, bombs, nuclear bombs. I don't care. Pushed into a giant hole, eaten by a shark. Nibbled to death by a squirrel. I don't care. I want her dead. I want her out of my life. I can't wait for the show to be over. Any means necessary, Tim. I don't care how. This character needs to die. And as I said about Haru Ride before, there's nothing like a machine gun or a machete to liven the show up a little bit. But looking at it without joking, like, the character design looks really ugly to me. It seems like they're trying to go for something a little bit different, but it's not quite worked out for them. The plot is not exactly unique. I've seen love stories like this before where there's kind of like, it's clearly obvious that we like each other, but we've got this in the way, so we shouldn't be together. But again, I've seen that handled in other anime much better than that. Character design's ugly. I don't like the plot. I don't like the characters, and I don't understand what the attraction to the main male character is. He's an utter arsehole. I don't understand why anybody would fall for this guy. He's a prick. Honestly, like, you wouldn't even go out for a pint with him, even if he's paying. So I don't understand why both girls. Why are you still
watching this?
I like to hate things.
I was gonna say, I think you just sit there, just go watching it, just having an angry wank, just. It's.
Well, it's, I don't know, I it's not quite that much, but
it's more, that's a running joke between me and Kirsty. We've got this thing of, if anyone's played the Sengoku Basara game that was released on PlayStation 4 in English, PlayStation 3, the leaders of the two main factions were allies, and then one of them really started hating the other one when he killed the leader because he felt like his ideals were wrong. And all you ever hear throughout the whole thing is Ishida Mitsunari just going, Ieyasu! Ieyasu! So I was just saying, imagine if he got so angry, he popped a boner and just started having a fury one, just like, Ieyasu! Anyway, back to you being angry.
There's this one character in the show that makes me I hate this character beyond belief, and I was having a rant about this last night on Skype.
Only last night?
And some nights before, but it got particularly more intense last night. Every time she's on screen, there's just this, I've never felt like anger like this before. I don't know where it comes from. Like, I've seen Manchester United destroy Liverpool before. It didn't make me feel this angry. Nowhere near. Like, every time she's on screen, I'm like, oh, you with your stupid face and your fucking asshole pink jumper. I hate you. I hate you so much.
Pink. Is that a color now?
Yes, coming on the new Dulux ass range, asshole pink.
Now from Crayola, asshole pink crayons.
Wait. Wait, why are you steadily getting more naked? I've just noticed your top's up.
Carry on going if we want.
Don't, because I will start. I will turn face rig off and I will strip.
Way ahead of you, buddy. I'm not wearing any pants.
Touche, sir.
My mum's been out the house for a weekend. It's been fantastic. I can walk around naked. I can blast metal at 3 o'clock in the morning. Nobody cares. It's brilliant.
I can pretty much do that here with Kirsty.
That's not something my mother would appreciate. I don't know.
What do you mean, pretty much? Yeah, I almost pretty much do that as it is.
So yeah, just to sum up with Haru Ride, I think it's completely unoriginal. I hate most of the characters. The only redeemable feature it has about it is its soundtrack, which I think is fantastic, and I really like the OP. All right, so Samurai Kitty, what was your least favorite anime from summer 2014?
I must say, Samurai Kitty has 2 options. One would be the Netflix exclusive Knights of Sidonia, purely because I really do not like the animation style. It seems a lot like a Ruby by Aroosta Teeth. You are so breaking.
Okay,
2 notes on that one. That's because it's all made in CG, and it was last year that show came out.
Well, I only just noticed it on Netflix this season, so shut up. I'm probably going to kick...
That's how bad Night Society only it was. It's still the worst a year later.
I'm gonna kick myself for this, because I've been partially enjoying it, but I think it's been stupidly slow compared to the original one. Season 2 of Sword Art has been...
Yes.
I was going to bring that one up.
Such... It's been like walking through concrete while it's setting. It's like, I understand you've got to... I understand with like the new characters in the new game, you've got to introduce it all slowly. But I feel like they could have done it a lot quicker without beating around the bush. And I've got Samurai Kitty in the background saying all this, and it's bloody hilarious.
So let me get this straight. It's like, I think the pacing in Sword Art Online was way too quick.
Yeah, it's no longer it's way too quick. It's now stupidly slow. It's like the first... And
I still haven't watched one of the 2 episodes.
There is one hilarious thing where when Kirito obviously loaded into the new game, his avatar is very androgynous, and everybody has been. That's all
I've heard about it.
Yeah, everyone keeps mistaking him for a girl, and he's now starting to play on it. Like, he absolutely destroys people. I think, okay, Gun Gale Online, it's a gun game. What's the first thing he fucking goes for?
Swords.
It's a fucking sword.
Fucking
and it is,
lightsaber.
it isn't just any sword.
With Star Wars fucking lightsaber.
It's a fucking and guess what? The jammy bugger can smack away any bullet that comes towards him. Oh, and what's this? The main villain is a survivor from Sword Art? They gasp! And obviously, part of the laughing coffin tattoo gets shown to Kirito, and he starts tripping balls.
He's been to Vietnam, man. He's been there. He's seen some shit.
But the best thing is, 5 minutes after tripping balls, somebody goes, "Oh my god, it's Kirito-chan." And he's like, "Oh, win, cheer for me, okay? Yes, got a nisha?"
Yeah.
Well, Sword Art Online getting a nomination for worst anime of the season does not surprise me, but
I only watched 2 episodes of it, so like
I watched 1 episode of it and it just bored me, but I didn't think it would get that far.
I think I watched more episodes of Love Stage than I watched of Sword Art Online, which is really fucking saying something.
So on that note, Valk, worst anime of 2014, summer 2014.
Like, I haven't kept watching anything I disliked, so I can't really properly judge it. Like, I'll probably go back and watch Sword Art Online at some point, maybe after it's done, and just sit and watch all of it while I'm drunk and be like, yeah, it sucks. But
at least if you're drunk, it's kind of funny, even if it's not supposed to be funny. I've been there before.
Yeah. I don't know.
As I said, when I watched Campione drunk for the second time, I was like, this show is way better when you're off your face. This is fantastic. So, Iru, worst anime of summer 2014?
Well, if anybody hadn't noticed by my slight noises of agreement with what Tim said, discontent. Discontent, there we go. I agree with Sword Art Online being fucking worst anime of the season, because, like, I won't say I enjoyed that they drew out the story a little bit more, but at the same time there were a few things that I was just, well, especially with this latest episode, I'm sitting there, I'm like, that is the stupidest fucking gimmick for this villain to have. And I just sat through all these episodes. I was like, all right, this is actually starting to get to be a decent show. The one girl was pretty damn cute, and actually talk about her a little bit more later. But then they fucking, I'm assuming, okay, this is just Kirito's theory, but if what he says turns out to be true, it's gonna be the fucking stupidest, most like teenager thought up gimmick, like fucking high school story shit. Pissed me off. So I don't know how this last episode's gonna take it. I don't know if it's gonna continue.
I just love the way that Klein just sort of went, "Oh look, it's that guy," and everyone like, basically what happens at certain points, Kirito enters this big massive tournament, and everybody from Alfheim's just sitting there watching it on this stream, and they're all sitting there, and as soon as crapping herself, and then Klein just goes, "Oh look, it's him, that one guy that none of us could kill."
I don't, but I will say I don't even think that guy was there. But at the same time, like, what? I'm kind of laughing at the show now because I just want to know what's going to happen. I'm going to finish it. I'm not going to say it's going to be.
Everyone stop. Ravi, get off the call. We're recording.
Oh.
Go away. Yo, fuck you! Do not not come into a call while we're recording just to say Fate Zero is crap. Fuck you. I hate you. Go away. You're fired. How dare you? How very dare you?
Wait. This now seems very appropriate. Let me just get him back on the call.
No, don't you no.
But the samurai kid is very disappointed.
If it makes you feel any better, I've been watching Fate Madoka Part 2, and for like the first 8 episodes, whatever the fuck I watched, I was sitting there, I'm like, am I really putting myself through the rest of this?
Did you got wait, whoa. Let me sit in my chair properly. Let me have a swig of cider. Just a moment. It took you 8 episodes for you to have this revelation.
No,
really?
Well, no, because I'm sitting here watching it, and it's like, okay, the first season was actually vaguely decent with the action that it had, but it was like episode 6 or 7 or whatever it was, and I'm like, is this what it's going to turn into? I'm just about to fucking quit this episode, or quit this show now. I read the description for the next one, and it's like, oh, something might actually pick up. I was just going to say, it's still... it's shit. Unfortunately, being part of the Fate line, I know you don't want to hear that, but it's not Fate Zero.
Shh. Quiet. You expected something from that show, really?
I told you.
You expected anything from that show.
Hey, you were all about it too. When it first...
No, I was not. I watched one episode and I hated it.
I meant before you watched the first episode.
Wait, Dave, just think.
If you put Fate and a slash in front of anything, I'm gonna love it.
Dave, just think. Digimon's coming back soon. Digimon is coming back soon.
I know. I put that in your Anime Weekly when I was doing that news thingy, and I was like, oh, yes, more Digimon. That's awesome. Alright, I'm just gonna make a note right now before we carry on. If at any point, like, there's a bit of silence, everyone starts laughing, that's because we're fucking about with this, like, GoPro, what was it called? GoPro Skype stuff? Face rig, yeah, we're looking at this stuff, and it's all pretty funny.
The worst thing is, I'm trying to do cum faces, and it suddenly goes from cum face to... it's like, I tried to do a dip face, and it turns into a cum face, like... Oh yeah.
I want to touch on one more nomination before we shut this down.
I already know, it's Best OST. And it's Aldnoah 0.
Yeah, okay, can we just wrap up there? Okay, so Best OST, which includes, and not includes, but Best OST and Best OP and ED. I'll start off by saying Aldnoah 0, Aldnoah 0, and Aldnoah 0. No, not really. Best OST on its own, easily... Turn that off, please. Best OST, Aldnoah 0. Made by the same guy who made the Guilty Crown and Attack on Titan soundtrack. Lays both of them to waste. Both of those soundtracks were fantastic in the first place. Best ED, again, Aldnoah 0. Best OP, I will give to our Haru Ride. A Blue Spring Rider.
Is that the only redeeming quality of the show?
The OST for Haru Ride's pretty good overall, but the OP is definitely the standout, I would say. And the ED is not too bad either, but the OP is definitely the best thing that show's done. And ending will be that'll be the second best thing, and then ending and then just going away forever, that'll be the best thing it's done. I think so anyway. So Valk, best OST, ED, and OP.
I'm not sure, like we discussed this yesterday, and I really, really like how fuck, you just said it, it's stuck in my head. Aldnoah 0.
Sorry.
Like, I love how they use the soundtrack with the actual show. Like, it gets you pumped up, it's hype, it's great, I love it. I don't like every song on the soundtrack. Like, this is what we were talking about yesterday. I really like pretty much the entirety of the Zankyou no Terror soundtrack. And they do put it in really well with the show. I don't know which one I like more, because just I like Aldnoah 0 for the pure hype value that it gives, and Zankyou no Terror were tame.
I would say with the Zankyou no Terror soundtrack, the songs that I do like off of that, which I said last night, the songs that I do like off that soundtrack are put in the perfect places and used in exactly the right spot-on moments. But apart from that, a lot of that soundtrack I just really don't like. There's just something about it that's just not quite what I'm into.
OP and ED. I don't know what I'd pick for those. I think my favorite ED is actually Freeze.
Right.
OP... Oh.
Judging.
That's alright. I don't know what my favorite OP would be. Because
this season's not been very good for OPs.
And I like a lot of them. Like...
Yeah, I found that problem as well. There's quite, like, obviously I said it was the worst anime. I think Sword Art's probably got one of the best ones. Just the way the music flows with the actual animation for the opening works so well together. And it's the same with Akame ga Kill. It's just like, you want a group of assassins and you want to make them look badass. Let's stick this song with it.
Yeah, like I'll probably like look back on it before we actually like finalize it, because yeah, I really like nice visuals with it, which was why I ended up liking a lot of the OPs. Which, Dave, you seem to care more about music. Yeah.
I do, but I was just about to say as well, in terms of visuals, I think Zankyou no Terra's OP. It looks fucking
that's
brilliant,
what I mean.
but
Like,
I don't like the song.
I like the song, but yeah,
it's just not my usual cup of tea. What I'd normally listen to. Another one I want to throw in there, which I think it's pretty good. A pretty good rock song. I'd say Rail Wars, but I've not been watching that show. I know Ego, has he been watching it?
Nate, I think, has been.
Nate's been watching it. Nate's
Nate
been watching
actually,
anime?
I was about to say, Nate's been watching something? What?
I know Nate mentioned it. I feel like I could be wrong. I thought he was one of the people watching it.
So I think Ego's been watching, so I'll let him tell me what it's like anyway. Iru, OST, ED, and OP. What are we going for?
As far as I've noticed, most music doesn't really catch me, but I will say there's been a few times when Aldnoah Zero's soundtrack during, like Cassie had said, during the show was just, wow.
It's breathless.
It's fucking, it fits the situation so perfectly that it's fucking epic.
Every fucking time Breathless comes on, it's like, yes. And in the last episode, it showed the intro to the track, and you knew it was coming, and you were like, yes.
Again, make me feel like a 12-year-old jumped up saying, "Oh, I can fight!" That's what I mean. I couldn't say words or anything. I was just like,
It's pretty much the same like
noises.
In other ones, like in Bleach, whenever number one comes on, you hear that dun dun dun. You know, oh god, shit's going down. Ichigo is gonna fuck shit up. And I am a floating burger. Hello.
But,
now, would you like me to speak in a ye old English accent voice? Hello there, sir.
I don't know.
So,
well met, sir.
Once again, I don't really pay attention to the actual music unless it really, really catches me. But for best OP for the season, I really enjoyed JoJo's OP. It's just fucking enjoyable. I don't know what it is. It's really colorful, and it's that very fucking eye candy factor. But, I don't know.
We
really shouldn't have downloaded that program.
Blame Cassie.
Alright, so for an OP we've got JoJo. What about Needy?
That I honestly don't know if I could say. I have not. I usually skip most ending songs now. I know.
Yeah, I've skipped most of them. There's just been Aldnoah Zero. That's the only. And Haru Ride.
Yeah, Aldnoah Zero is really good. That's probably my second favorite.
Good one.
Maybe I'll have to give that one a listen.
Right.
On this next episode.
So basically, if you can take anything away from this episode of Reanimate, there's a download that Steam app. What was it called again?
It's not an app. It's $10. Face Rig.
Yeah, it's actually
Face Rig.
Get it now while it's cheap.
Go and get Face Rig. Watch Aldnoah Zero. Listen to Aldnoah Zero's soundtrack.
Message
get
Dave
as
and
drunk
talk
as
to
I
Dave
am right
about
now.
how great Aldnoah Zero is.
Yes. Oh God, add me on Skype, people. Talk to me about Aldnoah Zero. just message me, go Aldnoah Zero, and then just type like random letters like that, and I'll understand what you mean. We can make noises together like yeah.
Fuck, I wish I could watch the episode with you, man. That'd be so hype.
For the next one, we could possibly stream it and then watch it together on Skype. Next Saturday.
You could always add the Samurai Kitty.
I'm working, so I doubt you'd want to wait because I've got work all next week.
I can't.
No, I don't expect you to.
Simply cannot. So, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening to Reanimate. You've been here with myself, Archer Skye. You've been here with Samurai Kitty.
Oh, hello, goodbye to you.
You've been here with Iru.
Have a good night, everybody.
And you've been here with Valk.
Thanks for listening.
And we'll see you on whatever the fuck we upload next. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye, child.